Hey guys, today I've invited Kourtney Swift to join, and she is a cold calling queen. And so I know a lot of people are wanting to do more cold calling, getting more comfortable with cold calling, and she just has so much energy. People love her on the phone, except for that one lady, but we won't mention that, or maybe you'll mention it later. But just teaching, she's going to be teaching us about confidence and being more confident on the phone, and tell us all about like your story, your background. I know you do a ton of business out there in Denver, Colorado. So I'll let you go ahead and explain what you do.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks, Iris. Hi, everybody. My name is Kourtney Swift, and I've been a realtor for 25 years. I knew about 4 years ago, I was like, I need to either join a team or I need to start a team myself. And because I knew that the market was changing. And so I decided to start a team. And at this point is when I decided that I would start buying leads. So I was buying a lot of leads. And when buying leads, I just became really comfortable with talking on the phone. And one of the things that I love to teach people is it's never about me, it's always about the other person. And until somebody starts doing it and doing it on a regular basis, people don't know that. So I love cold calling, and I know it blows a lot of people away. I love, love, love cold calling. And I love it because I can reach more people in a smaller amount of time. And I am a people person. And so I love being able to have the ability to connect with people by the phone.
So a lot of people are like really intimidated by getting on the phone. Like what would you say is like the how can you just get started? First, you get your list, right? Where do you get your list from?
With buying leads for over 4 years now, I've got a pretty hefty list that now
Okay.
that's who I call. There's other ways that you can buy leads. You can get it through a program. You can do circle prospecting. You can do for sale by owner. You can do expireds. So there's lots of opportunities to generate lists to be able to have names, numbers, and call people.
Yeah, and what I've done in the past is I've gone on RedX. I think I used Mojo maybe once, and then I've also gone through my title company, and I was paying like 3 to 5 cents per record. It's super cheap, and I would just call. And when I first started doing it, a lot of people would get really upset with me. I know you say when you talk to people, they don't get really upset, but um, I think when you're coming, and you'll explain this better too, right? When you're coming from a place of helping and being friendly and kind and not just another salesperson, it goes a lot further, right? Because I would call one lady, she was just like, ugh. She just hung up the phone. But I think she had been called by a ton of people, right? It's like when people apply for loans and then they get like 100 phone calls from all these different lenders. It's just after the first couple, calls and people start to get upset. But I know in the past you have mentioned it's also to your tone and how. So when I answered the phone, I was like, "Hey, this is Iris. I saw you were looking on our website." She just hung up on me, which is fine. I think for me, like the biggest thing is to not get offended and not like let that energy cross your little energy bubble barrier. So that's hard to do though. So what are some tips that you have before you get yourself on the phone?
I think it's important to start with your perspective on how it's going to turn out, right? So even there's days where I'm like, God, I am just not feeling it today. And so I will sit there in my chair and I will say 3 times, I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited. And then I'm like, let's go, let's make these calls. And there won't be anybody around me, right? Except for I have to pump myself up. Still
Hmm.
to this day, after doing it for as long as I've been doing it, I still have to pump myself up to make those phone calls. And it's important, even though like I am so excited, that I don't come across that excited to the other people that I'm talking to. So I pump myself up. And then you had mentioned tonality. So every single phone call is going to be different. And so I am going to match the energy on the other side of the call. So if I get somebody who's older and I can just tell from the beginning that, hi, my name is Kourtney Swift. I'm a licensed realtor. I saw that you were looking at 123 Main Street. When do you want to look at it? And so I'll slow it down a little bit. If I hear that somebody's in a rush, it's like, hey, this is Kourtney Swift, licensed realtor. I see that you're looking at 123 Main Street. When would you like to look at it? And so the tonality is key when making phone calls because it helps connect you with the other person on the other line.
Okay, so I want to see this in action, and I know a lot of people do because they're like, "Well, I still don't get it. I still don't get it." So let's role play, okay? I
Okay.
was clicking around.
I think role play is huge
I
because
like it.
it's even like with role play, there's still times where stuff will come up, right? And so it's important to handle the objections. In role play with other people challenging, it's important to practice.
Do you think people just feel like it's awkward, like awkward to role play, and that's why they don't do it? Like, why don't more people role play?
Mm, I don't know, time maybe.
Yeah.
And it is, I
Okay.
mean, it's kind of awkward, right? Role playing.
Well, we're gonna be awkward right now.
Okay,
I know
let's.
I just sprung that on you, but I think it'll be fun. Okay, so I was online, I was on Facebook, and I saw one of your ads, and it was of a cute little house, someplace in Denver.
Okay.
I clicked on it and I put in all my information, and then you obviously got the lead. So,
Ring, ring, ring. Hey
hello.
there, this is Kourtney Swift, licensed realtor. I see that you're looking at 123 Main Street. When are you looking at moving?
Oh, I was just being nosy. I just wanted to see pictures of the house.
Oh, nice. What is your current situation right now? Are you renting?
Right now I am renting.
And how long is your lease for?
I just signed a 6-month lease. So,
Perfect. Right now is the awesome opportunity to start looking for a property. I love that you jumped online. I love that you clicked it. What did you like about the house?
I liked the neighborhood and I just liked the kitchen. Just, my kitchen is kind of small right now.
Okay. Is there a specific area that you're looking at?
No, not really. I'm really concerned about like interest rates and prices are just so high right now, so I haven't really taken it too seriously.
Got it. Have you talked to a lender yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, that's the first step when looking to buy a house to find out what you qualify for. I love that you looked at it. I love that you love the kitchen. And I'm also not a big fan of getting you into something that you're not able to afford. I have great lenders that I work with. The interest rates, they've been changing daily, so who knows where they're at today. Are you open to chatting with a lender to find out what you qualify for?
No, I just don't feel like I'm ready right now to buy anything.
Yeah, for sure. Like 6 months, I totally get it, right? You still have time, and the market that you're, or the house that you're looking at right now may be off the market in 6 months. So why don't we do this? Let me know what the area that you're looking at. Kind of, do you have an idea of the price point that you're looking at?
Um, this my monthly budget is 3,700 a month.
Awesome. Sounds good. What I'll do is I'll set you up on a search. I'll set you up on a search in the area that you like, kind of what your must-haves are. And then you can just, in the 6 months, you can just keep an eye on the market. And I'll send you stuff like that has a fabulous kitchen because we need a fabulous kitchen for you. And if I see something come across, then I'll send you that home. And we may even want to take a peek at it.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Cool. And is the email address here at gmail.com, is that a good email address for you?
Yes.
Perfect. I will get that set up for you today. How about I follow up with you next week? What day is good for you?
Tuesdays. I'm off on
Tuesdays are good?
Tuesdays.
Anytime?
Yeah, anytime. I'm off on Tuesdays, so.
Okay. I'll set you up on a search. I'll send it to you, give you some time to go through those homes, and then I'll call you on Tuesday. We can kind of go through the homes that you're getting, what you like, what you don't like, if you want the area expanded, and then I can make those changes while you're just poking around. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome. Sounds good. I'll talk to you on Tuesday.
Thank you.
And of course, you were nice to me, right? So,
I was nice
like,
because I'm a nice person.
it could
But
go
if I
different.
was mean, I would have like, ugh, and then hung up on you already.
And then I would have called you back. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. I'm so sorry we got disconnected.
yeah, and and I think a lot of people are like, okay, I know how to get, like, I can call, but then what happens if this happens? And I know, like, for me, I overthink it a lot. But you came in very confident and you set the next appointment. That's huge because a lot of people are afraid. They, kind of like feel like, well, I don't want to set another appointment. But I feel like what you did was so spot on. But people, and that just comes with practice, right?
It does. It comes with practice. And then I also don't want to leave the call without setting up an expectation for when we're going to talk again, right? And who knows, come Tuesday, this person may or may not answer, although they know that they're getting a call from me. So the key is to start building that rapport right now.
Mm.
And then on that next call, you continue with the rapport, and you have to make that call on Tuesday. Because if you don't make that call on Tuesday and the follow-up's not there, then you've already set yourself up for failure.
Yeah, and you've broken that trust, and now that person isn't sure that you're going to come through on what you say you're going to do.
Sure. Yeah.
Um,
And most of these buyers, they're not ready to go, right? Like they're not ready to be like, okay, I was especially a Facebook ad. They're not like, I
right.
clicked on the house and I want it and I want to buy it right now. And so really I go into the appointment not to sell them right away, to start building that rapport with them so that when they are ready, they're going to use me over any other realtor.
Now, say they're just like sitting at home and they have absolutely no intentions of buying a house. How's the conversation go then?
I always feel like if they're online and they're poking through homes, there's at one point it's crossed their mind that they want to
Mhm.
buy or they want to look or something's happening in their life. And
Or
so
they
I
wish
really
they
try and
could.
dig deeper as to like, okay, why you were on my website looking at homes? Why were you on my website looking at homes?
Okay,
And it might
that's
be
good.
like, I'm looking for my daughter, I'm looking for my son. And then
Right.
it's awesome. And I have their number to follow up with them and get exactly what they're looking for.
Cool. What other suggestions do you have? A lot of people ask, like, so we talked about where to find the leads to call. And then how much time do you suggest spending per day or per week on doing these calls?
It is so critical to get in the habit of time blocking. And whatever everybody's like, what time is best to make phone calls? And I know like everybody has their own perspective on what the best time is. My perspective is whatever time is good for you. Whatever time the agent can consistently make those calls every single day is the best time to make phone calls. And so if it's an hour, if it's 2 hours, if it's 3 hours, whatever the agent commits to, that's what the agent needs to do every single day. Log into their system, make those phone calls. Another thing that I get is, what if I don't have the leads? Like if I commit to an hour a day and I don't have people to call, who am I calling? And I'm like, pick up your phone. How many people do you have in your database? I
Right.
mean, if anybody would pick up their phone, they have at least hundreds of people in their phone, right? And
Yeah.
so even if you don't have anybody to call, pick up your phone and just start calling people, just building a connection. They may not even want to buy, want to sell. They have no desire to ever sell. Just start building that connection. And once you start asking people like, hey, so and so, I have not talked to you in a while. I'm just calling up to see how you're doing. Or if you see them on Facebook and they just had a puppy or things in their lives. Hey, it's Kourtney. I just saw that your puppy passed away or whatever. How are you doing? And it's not, hey, when are you going to buy and sell? Like
Yeah.
it's building that connection, building that rapport. And 9 times out of 10, people are going to be like, hey, Kourtney, what are you doing nowadays? Oh, great. I'm in real estate. This is it. How's the market doing? And then so you can go into that phone call and just start building the connection with people, the relationships with people, and they will start asking you questions about you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I know we have another appointment right after this, and so if there was one final thing that you could share that would help somebody change their business, what would it be?
Take action. Take action and do it. Because a lot of people will get in their own way and talk themselves out of it. And the biggest piece of advice that I have is take action and do it. Start somewhere.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Well,
Awesome.
how can people find you? Where are you on social media? You have, I know you have your, um,
We offer tips and trainings to agents. We give out freebies. And so it's called the Crazy Agent Dinner Party. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Amazon, Roku. and just type in the Crazy Agent Dinner Party. And then me personally, my Instagram is Kourtney Swifty and Kourtney Swift on Facebook.
Cool. Well, thank you
Awesome.
so much. I appreciate you. And
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. I love helping people and I love seeing people succeed.
yeah, I know you do. So don't forget to subscribe and head on over to her channel, and we'll see you on the next video.
Ta-da!